everybody, welcome into the show tonight. I'm Bryan Keating alongside Daniel Bell. Welcome to the show, your maiden voyage on Crashing the Boards from Black Sports Online and 107 The Franchise. Welcome in.
It's always good to meet with you anytime talking sports with you. One of the best dressed people in media.
Hey, look, man, a very dapper gentleman himself. We'll try to do this. So this is how we started. He said, it is time for Crashing the Boards. All right, we'll get into all things Oklahoma City Thunder here on the show. We'll get into the Spurs thing because I know that's what everybody out there wants to know. They want to talk about the San Antonio Spurs. But we should start tonight, Daniel, with the game that was played at the Paycom today. Roll the highlights. Oklahoma City hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll tell you what, here's what I thought. I thought offensively, I thought Oklahoma City was dynamite. Jalen Williams continuing to get healthier and healthier. Chet Holmgren just outstanding. 29 points, 9 rebounds, had 4 blocks, and then this one from SGA. Come on. I mean, the up and the step through. Thunder going to win this thing 129-104. Does stop a 2-game losing streak. Both of those to the Spurs. Again, we'll get to that Spurs thing here in just a second. But I'll give you the first shot at this, Daniel, because I'm curious. You were there at the Paycom today. You cover the Thunder day to day. What did you think of Oklahoma City and the way that they've responded here against the Sixers and getting back in the win column?
A little nervous to start because
they weren't great in the first half.
The first half was a little shaky. Offensively, like you said, they were dynamite all night. That wasn't an issue. But defensively, which has been an issue, the starts defensively has been an issue for the 4 out of the last 6 games, and Maxey was getting whatever he wanted. Yep. And second half, completely different. That matched the offensive output. The first half did not look like a game where Shea wasn't going to play in the fourth, and then everything flipped the switch. Maxey, 2 made shots in the second half. Lou, Kaysen, Caruso, J-Dub a little bit, all increased their pressure on them, and I think that was what really turned the tide in the second half.
All right, I'll give you a chance to get your board ready. Here's the way I'll do. I'm going to go, for everybody at home, I'm going to go, okay, exhale. Like, it's going to be okay. You know, everybody's at home, oh my gosh, we've lost 2 in a row. Exhale. This team's still absolutely a juggernaut. They're still the favorite to win the NBA championship. They weren't perfect on Sunday, and here's the thing. And this is what I think it's the way it's been the last couple of years. They can cruise. It's a close game. You think, what's going to happen? And then all of a sudden, the avalanche. And they hit you, and they dominate you, and they put the game away in a second. I thought in that third quarter, you really saw that defensive pressure ratchet up. That's the reason that they've been so good the last couple of years. They just suffocate you defensively. And I thought for the first time in a couple of games, they really forced the Sixers into everything they didn't want to do. Tyrese Maxey had nothing for him in the second half. Their defense translates to offense. That's the Thunder team we're accustomed to seeing. I think in the second half, once it became winning time, the avalanche came and they put the game away. I thought it was kind of a prototype regular season win for OKC.
I'm going to go with relax. similar to yours.
Sure, yeah.
But everybody has been traded from this Thunder team except for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kenrich Williams. Everybody else, it's trade Dub, trade Chet, trade the water boy. Like everybody.
You're saying people are panicking out there.
Yes, just relax, enjoy these games. It's a long season. Every team has had ups and downs, and I know that quite a few people thought that they were going to break the record, and they technically still can.
Still can.
But let's be real, likely not happening. But 70 is still on the board. Them beating their record for last year is still on the board. So just relax, enjoy the games, enjoy the season. No need to trade Dub. No need to trade Chet. No need to trade Isaiah Joe for a shooter. He's the shooter.
He's the shooter.
Let's everybody relax and enjoy.
I think that's a great point. So here's what's coming up next for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're on the first night of a back-to-back on Sunday. The second night of the back-to-back, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. Hawks, bunch of guys in and out. So I'm not going to project the win for OKC, but I'm absolutely projecting a win for Oklahoma City on Monday night. Second night of a back-to-back, which gets us, I think, to the question at hand. And this is the question everybody wants to know. The Thunder are 0-3 against the San Antonio Spurs. This week they lost twice to the San Antonio Spurs. They lost on Christmas Day. They lost in the semifinals of the NBA Cup. The sky is falling. Yeah. What are we going to do? Okay, what do you make of the Thunder Spurs thing. Do the Thunder, one, have a Spurs problem? You just said relax. How relaxed should we be?
See, I don't think it's a Spurs problem. They are really talented and got to give the Spurs a lot of credit for beating the Thunder. But I think it's a mentality switch that needs to have. Thunder play here. Always, no matter what, and that's higher than everybody in the league. They won a championship playing here. Now, when the Spurs play the Thunder, they're here.
Yeah.
And it's like a rivalry to them. And whether the Thunder feel like it's a rivalry, whether you or I feel like it's a rivalry, the Spurs feel like it's a rivalry.
Absolutely.
And when they play with that rivalry intensity, just think of OU Texas, Duke North Carolina, Lakers Celtics, whoever, whatever the rivalry is, those guys get up for it. And I think the Spurs are just playing with much more intensity than the Thunder are. And I think if they match up against each other in the playoffs, the Thunder are going to match that intensity.
Yeah.
And everything will be good.
I totally agree with you. Here, I'll just start with this. I think the hardest playing team won all three of those games. And I think the hardest playing team in all three games was the San Antonio Spurs. I think you nailed it with exactly what you said. The Spurs absolutely look at this thing as a challenge and a rivalry. Now, in reality in the NBA, rivalries are made in the playoffs.
Yes, yep.
There are no rivalry, nothing that's made in December. But from the Spurs' perspective, I think they have a lot to prove. They're built similarly to Oklahoma City. They got big, athletic defenders who absolutely caused problems for Oklahoma City. They also have that big 7'5" guy, Victor Wembanyama, absolutely one of the best players in the league. So there are some things the Spurs did to them and can do in a playoff series to cause them problems. But rivalries aren't made in December. I will say this for the Spurs, and if everybody's out there, could the Thunder play them in the playoffs? Could they beat them in a playoff series? First, they could absolutely beat them in the playoff series. But the Spurs are talented. They've never been in the playoffs, ever. Not this group has never been in a playoff game, much less a playoff series that's tied 2-2 or down 1-0, and all the ebbs and flows and swings that you have to learn. So relax on the Spurs. They're really good, and I think this is a rivalry that will be a rivalry down the road. I'm not there yet. I don't care if they beat them, 3 times this season. Not rivalry yet. You got a board for me? Because
let's go.
I think San Antonio is coming, and if you're looking at the two teams that appear to be probably do what
about the Spurs?
Yeah, I think absolutely. Go with the San Antonio Spurs. I think these two teams just project with their youth, the way that they've been built, will be the teams at the top of the Western Conference probably the next 5 and 6 years. They'll be going head to head, but I'm not there yet. And the Spurs wanted to win more than Oklahoma City. I think that's the reason that they won all 3 of those games, and Oklahoma City's lost all 3.
Young and experienced, but very, very dangerous.
For sure.
I mean, like you just mentioned, and same thing I've been saying to everybody since Christmas, same conversations. We don't know how Wemby's going to act in the playoffs. We don't know how their guards, 2 of their better guards are a rookie and a second-year guy in Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. Then you have De'Aaron Fox, who's only had 1 playoff series experience in his career. The coach it's not Pop there anymore.
That's right.
Is a new coach that has never been in the playoffs, never even been in the play-in. So we need to chill out on, like you said, chill out on them, but they are dangerous. You don't want them to get up and get confidence, because that's all a young team needs. Kind of reminds me of the Thunder in 2024 when they lost to the Mavs in the playoffs. Nobody knew how they were going to react. I mean, you have Dub, that's really good. Chet's really good in his first year playing, and it's like, this is insane. They get the 1 seed, but Luka, those Mavs guys, extremely experienced, and they were the better team. Those guys knew how to play in playoff series, where Thunder did not. And I think that's very similar to what the Spurs are right now.
Thunder back on the winning side on Sunday. Everybody can relax, exhale, take a deep breath, enjoy the ride, because I think it's going to be a heck of a ride for Oklahoma City from now and into the future, and they played much better on Sunday. Daniel Bell from Black Sports Online, 107.7 The Franchise. Excellent job on the maiden voyage here on Crashing the Boards.
Thank you for having me. Always fun talking to you.
The dapperest man covering the Thunder. We'll be right back.